Okay, I wasn't entirely ready, but in my defense, neither was the game. What's up, guys? How are we all doing today? Jeez. Yeah, I had to do quite a bit of setup. Still having to do setup on Kart Wii. Second. All right, great. Awesome. Yeah, I had to go through quite a few shenanigans with the gamepad because I literally hadn't booted up the Wii U since I hadn't booted it up to go online since I actually uh, since we got the new internet package installed, which means the last time I was using this thing, I was playing Mario Galaxy, and it was still trying to look for my old internet connection, which didn't matter because in Mario Galaxy, obviously, you don't need to connect to the internet, but in this game, that does matter. And there's a couple more updates coming up. So there might be a little bit more downtime, excuse me, before the gameplay gets started, which since the gameplay is very hectic, requires some quite a bit of attention span. Might be a good opportunity to get into the politics that I had written down. The stuff that's been happening. Some of it good, some of it terrifying, some of it very funny. Uh, yeah, I think I saw the loading bar move. It's not hanging. Yeah, okay, it's just going slow. Anyways, let me pull this up. So, I mentioned that the not workers, they are workers. The Writers Guild of America is on strike, as are the screen actors, and now it seems that animators might be joining them at some time in the near future. Uh, Now, given that my capture card is actually on my Wii U. It's capturing what's going on the console. I'm not going to be able to show anything directly from my monitor screen, but what I can do is just read verbatim from the tweet that I saw from More Perfect Union. Workers at Warner Brothers Animation and Cartoon Network are unionizing with Animation Guild. The workers behind Batman the Caped Crusader, Teen Titans, Adventure Time, and more have filed for a union election. This hot labor summer keeps heating up. And of course, this was on July 20th, but it's also relevant to mention that just a week from now, the Teamsters at UPS are going to be going on strike. Also, hot labor summer indeed. I actually distinctly remember kind of chickening out from an event that they had in DC. I was originally going to go support them. It ended up being really hot and humid, and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen if I'm outside for a very long period of time because my room is poorly air conditioned. And the last time I tried to go out and be somewhat active when there was poor air conditioning in the house, I had heat exhaustion. And I don't particularly want to repeat that experience. So I'll see how things shape up in August. I might go to something in DC if the UPS Teamsters are having an event. But more likely than not, I'm gonna wait uh, until we can get some proper air conditioning because as it is, my room is regularly getting to temperatures warmer than 80, sometimes 90 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Uh, which is fine for me being relatively sedentary because I'm somewhat heat acclimated, but you know. Anywho, union activity. There's a lot of it. And the more of it there is, the better a society we live in, because that's the best existing avenue for workers to exercise leverage over their bosses and things like that. And if you work somewhere that doesn't have a union, you should unionize. Not a bad idea at all. Let's see, Got one more update left. There have been a number of tracks added to CTGP since I've last played. 4 viewers already. Wow. I guess people really did like when I was doing the Mario Kart content. You know, I have a lot of fun doing other stuff, but it's always nice to just go back to something where people will actually watch. You know, kind of feed off that, I guess. Anywho, that was a relatively small bit though from the list of things that I have today. In fact, the next thing is relevant to something that I mentioned during my talk about the unionization, which is that there's a heat wave going on. This is actually a global heat wave. There's these I think I saw a map of it. There's 3 heat domes or something like that. Kind of bizarre. One of them is hitting the United States. If I go to the lever here, yeah, here we go. There are people in the U.S. Southwest, particularly in Phoenix, Arizona. I had heard of some horror stories of people dropping dead on the pavement because it was so hot. You see, obviously, pavement and cement and that sort of stuff, those industrial materials, they absorb heat. So even if it's only 85, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so that would be in the neighborhood of 30 degrees, 30-something degrees centigrade. If you step on the road barefoot, you get burned pretty much from the get-go. And if I had to look at the temperatures in Phoenix right now, Phoenix, Arizona temperature, it's 105 degrees Fahrenheit today, which is 41 degrees Celsius centigrade. And holy shit, tomorrow it's supposed to be even hotter, and then on Wednesday it's supposed to be even hotter than that. Yeah, great, awesome. Except not. Yeah. Shit's bad. Even though it's very arid down there, this is very bad. And we're starting to, I guess everywhere around the world is starting to experience the effects of climate change and the more global warming aspects of climate change all at once. I'm sure people who are in Europe have heard about the massive heat wave that's going to strike, or that has been hitting the Mediterranean, places like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, southern Italy. And then simultaneously in northern Italy, they're getting palm-sized hailstones. So that's a very bizarre contrast between those regions. And meanwhile, in America, headline from The Lever, new GOP bill, that's the Republican Party, the conservatives, would curb Biden's power to fight climate change. Republicans are trying to thwart the president's power to declare a climate emergency amid record-breaking heat. Let's see, yeah, record-breaking heat and wildfires. Let's see. Joe Biden could free up disaster relief funds and slash carbon emissions by declaring a climate emergency, a move Democratic lawmakers have repeatedly called on him to make. So basically, there is some, this sounds boring and all that, because it's climate change, and also I'm talking about the technical aspects of how a government works. The president can call for a national emergency if things are getting really bad, right? And for a long time, the left has been saying, you need to call a national emergency over climate change to expedite the process of investing money in infrastructure that is more environmentally sustainable, and to measures that would fix this kind of cutting fossil fuel production, that's a big thing. And then I imagine that PT's carbon tax is actually among the measures that somebody might propose, because believe it or not, I know for a fact that there are congresspeople who have read Capital in the 21st Century. So they know, at least somebody knows what's up in the U.S. Government. But unfortunately, Republicans are evil, and they want to kill us all, which is unfortunate. I said that twice, but anyways. New custom tracks: Lost Ruins, Lumpy's Lively Lair, Midnight Museum, Terra Ursae, update to Bowser's Fiery Fortress, Amanita Abyss, Broken Pier, Quaking Mad Cliffs, Bowser Castle 2. Okay, I guess, alright, well, I guess we are going to see some very new tracks here. If I go on this article here. Let's see. Yeah, it's basically this article is basically Republicans saying, "How dare Joe Biden attempt to use his executive power for anything good? We need to curb this abuse of executive authority so that we can continue investing in fossil fuels and heat the globe to insane temperatures." Yeah, that's the gist of things. And that is why it is imperative to fucking boot these people out of office. Jesus Christ. You know, as if it weren't enough that they openly advocate against a functioning democracy, that, you know, they are openly far-right fascist party. They also are like, what? Trying to fix some shit? You can't do that. We're gonna ban you if you do that, even. Yeah, check me out. I still have that mod, by the way. These mods that make the game real custom. There are 3 laws that Joe Biden could declare national emergency under: National Emergencies Act, the Robert Stafford Disaster Relief and Emergency Assistance Act, that's strangely specific, and the Public Health Service Act. And so the GOP said, yeah, you can't call national emergencies under any of those laws anymore, because we decided no. It hasn't passed. I'd be surprised if it did pass, although stranger things have happened. Look. Democrats in the Senate, I don't think, would put up very much of a fight on this one. Even if all the Democrats voted party line in the House, it's basically up to House Republicans to decide, no, we don't want to kill everybody just yet. You know? Oh, whoa, who's this? Mikey? Okay. All right, where's Ice Cream Fortress? I don't know if I've played this one before. There's some new tracks in here that I have not gotten the chance to play yet. So I'm gonna go in initially with a similar objective to what I did last time, which is I want to play every custom track that exists in CTGP. I'm gonna start with the new ones, and I guess I'll go to the updated ones, the ones that have been in the pack, but that got new versions and stuff. Ooh, Mountain. I know that track. Track is cool. Alright, Ice Cream Fortress, I guess. Also, I hope the audio balance is okay. It's kind of difficult for me to tell. Oh, geez. Alright. Hello, sir. I'm under no delusion that I'm going to win any of these races, by the way. That's one thing I've kind of had to learn to accept over time. He's taking a shortcut, huh? Yeah, okay. Is that you know, I think I went even like being decent at the game is kind of an erroneous expectation to have, that I like go into any race thinking I'm gonna win, you know. Because as a matter of like current media, any given media interest demands so much time and and, like, attention and stuff that I can't, like, be an expert in it. Oh, I guess I did the thing. Okay. I'm gonna throw this. Am I catching up? I might be. Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah. I can go through here, can't I? Is a shortcut? Yeah. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. I wonder. Aw, no! I wish. That would have been so funny. Yeah, okay. Wouldn't that have been something if I hit him with that bomb? That would have been something. Okay, so we played Ice Cream Fortress. That's a cool track. What else is there that I have not played yet? In the absence of, let's just pick Volcano Canyon. I have a feeling I've played this one before. It's probably was in the game already. I didn't pick mine again. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, another thing I saw in the news. I don't know how much of a chance I'll get to like actually visit the page while I'm racing here, but wait for this to get started. Was the elections in Spain. I forget if these were like regularly scheduled or if these were snap elections. You know, elections that a prime minister just says like, all right, let's have a new set of elections here. Right. I don't know what kind of elections these were, but regardless, the results of these elections were very interesting to me. In that, like, there's an interesting left-right dynamic in Spain, right? So there are two major right-wing parties. There's the Partido Popular. I don't know if that's correct in Spanish, but Popular Party, right? And they are the main right-wing party, kind of like center-right, something like that. And then there is the other party on the right wing, which is the Vox party. Vox being like the Latin root word for voice. And they are a far-right party. So we have the two major right-wing parties against the two major left-wing parties, one of which is quite new. But they're both like social democratic or reform socialist parties. You know? And the left-wing parties were predicted to actually lose seats, believe it or not. Jojo Agogo, thank you very much for the follow. Great to have you here. Just talking about the Spanish elections. Oh wow, I didn't expect to get him with that. Whew. So what was expected to happen from the like major pollsters and whatever. Let me check the article here. for having me. Just wanted to peep the MK streaming scene. Yeah, no problem. This is actually my first stream back in quite a while to streaming Mario Kart Wii. The prediction, what most political analysts for Spain were predicting for those elections was that, like, the far-right parties would gain a bunch of seats, or the far-right party would gain a bunch of seats, and that, like, the left party would, they would lose. They would lose control of the legislature, but that actually didn't end up happening. The far-right party lost seats to the mainstream right party, and the left-wing party gained a couple of seats, and the new left-wing party gained a bunch of seats. So now there's like this weird question going on about like who's going to be able to actually form a coalition government. And this brings this I think necessitates the mention of something about how fascism works in just about every country. I don't think there's any country where fascism doesn't really operate like this, at least when it's out of power. The longer fascists are visible in the public eye, the more they fall apart, which is good. Like with the Republicans in the United States, when they first kind of like showed their hand, a lot of people, including myself, were very afraid that they could, like, that there was a realistic possibility they could take power and like ruin everything. But you see, fascists are absolute buffoons who can't control themselves, which is very funny and also very bad for them. So I think what happened in Spain was that the far-right party like kept making a fool of itself and actually lost support, which is very cool and very funny. No, this Jordan guy isn't wheeling. Blue shell? Don't mind if I do. Just got CGPR and it's so refreshing. Yeah, this pack is a lot of fun, I will say. No! How did I... Damn, I had a bad feeling. I didn't know specifically that that would happen, but I did have a bad feeling that something was gonna happen. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna go this way this time. I have learned from my mistake. Yeah, I think that's what happened in Spain, I think, with the fascist party, the far-right party. And there is historical precedent for this. Like, in, actually very recently, it's not barely even historical precedent, it's just, like, journalistic, precedent. In Finland, there was a right-wing government, recently. And that government actually, like, fell apart. Which is kind of crazy. Am I gonna win this? That'd be pretty silly. Or if I do this. Haha. So silly. God of this. Nice. The Finnish right-wing government was only in power for like single-digit number of months. I think they got elected earlier this year, right? And it's barely been half a year, and the Finnish government has collapsed already. And of course, in 1930s Germany, the way that the Nazis actually got away with taking power is that they had to sort of hide behind more couched rhetoric for a long, long time. Because think of it, if they just came out swinging and said like we need to put all the Jewish people in the camps right away, and if they were like, you know, screaming from the hills about like, if you've ever done business with a Jewish person or an immigrant or a queer person, then we will put you in jail. Like, nobody would have given them the time of day, even with the insane amount of anti-Semitism that existed in Europe at the time. I don't know. I'm looking for the new tracks and I can't find them. And I think that actually is a good sign for politics in countries where the fascist parties are out of power, because it means it's going to be very, very hard for them to take power. You know, because they're just going to look like idiots the whole time. And people don't generally want to vote for people who look like that. Even when they're the only other option, right? Like, the United States is a two-party system, which means that there's only two options, and one of them is the Republican Party. And people still really don't like the Republican Party. You know? They only have a voting base of about 30-ish%. Although, of course, they still get away with stuff because, like, the participation in the U.S. is really low. Long time no see. How are you doing? There's nothing better than some political commentary over some highly skilled Mario Kart gameplay while eating dinner. Oh, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I'm glad that this looks to be high-skill Mario Kart gameplay, because this is literally the first I've played the game in over 7 months. Eh. Just cut off a little bit of grass here. Give me an item. Force him to go wide. Can you bounce off those things? That's kind of nuts. Give me something other than the fake item box. Okay, this works. Honing my flattery skills, I can tell. Eh. Okay. I have done it. I have placed second and I lost 4 points. Okay, well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of digging the smaller player rooms in this game. Where's the article I was looking for? Oh, it wasn't an article, it was a Wikipedia page. Okay, cool. Dude, Wikipedia is kind of insane. Like the speed with which the Wikipedia editors and stuff just get shit up on the page with like updated information about elections that literally happened within the past couple of days. Mad respect to those people. I've literally never even seen Midnight Museum before, I think. Or I've like seen it once, and I'm gonna try to play it. Dude, somebody at the CTGP servers is stream sniping me. This is great. In before I get blown out. What is this little logo? Oh, GLHF pledge. Oh. Whoa, dude! What in the world? Wait, you can just do that? I didn't know this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda lost. Are those toads? Are those toads in the goddamn mummy costume? Dude, custom tracks in the current year are insane. Wasn't able to be there for 5 streams. I thoroughly enjoyed the past Pokemon Silver Yellow content. Well, thank you. I might or might not come back to that game. Oh, wow. So you can just do that. Cool. Okay. Is that gonna hit him? No. No, it hit me! God dang it. Rip. Okay. Okay, I think I know the route a little bit. regardless of whether or not I go back to Pokemon Silver Yellow in particular, I'm definitely gonna go back to Pokemon of some kind. Some kind of Pokemon content once I'm done with this. I just wanted to avoid getting burned out on playing Pokemon stuff too much. So I figured I'd go back to old reliable. What a cheeser. And by cheeser, I mean, like, he's probably cheesing right now. He's probably laughing it up. -1. I'll take it. It's fine. Narrator chimes in. It was not, in fact, fine. He was, crying and shitting. Alright, so that was Midnight Museum. What else is there in this new, update? Not seeing anything so far. Oh, there's Amanita Abyss. I haven't played that one yet, I don't think. I don't know what that is. Okay. Didn't pick my track this. This track could be a banger, or I could get my lunch money robbed from me. And I don't see much in the way of middle ground. Ooh. LOL. Ah. I didn't hit anybody. Kind of a rip. Now you see, a middle spot is exactly where I don't want to be, because then this will happen. God damn it. Been out of the news cycle for a while now, but I don't think anything massive happened. Some big stuff has been happening. Not absolutely huge, but like significant. I talked a little bit about the Spanish elections and how, contrary to the polls' predictions, the left-wing parties are looking to stay in power now, and like the right-wing, at least the far right, isn't going to be in power, it looks like, which is pretty good. Second place? Aw, damn it. That was only lap 4. RIP. Okay. So now I'm in a really bad position here. RIP. Nice. Gracias, España. Yeah, very cool from Spain. What else? I talked a little bit about the heat wave that's going on right now, especially its consequences for the U.S. Southwest. People in the like desert regions of the United States are dying as a result of the heat. A lot of them are suffering severe burns from coming into contact with the sidewalk or the pavement because that stuff absorbs heat. And in the meantime, Republicans in Congress are trying to advance a bill that would actually prevent the president from declaring a climate emergency. One of the powers that the president does have is the authority to declare, okay, this is a national emergency. This has to be addressed at the national level with very quick executive action or like some sort of expedited, like quick policy. And it's one of the like few times where you could sort of circumvent the whole like discussion shit that goes on whenever anything touches Congress. And the Republicans are like, no. What? No. We love this heat wave. That's what's been happening in America, at least. My parents are currently on vacation in Sardinia. Some appreciable 40 degrees plus scorching heat there at the moment. Oh yeah, it's like 47 degrees or not 47. It's 45 degrees now in Arizona, and it's going to be even hotter for the next couple of days, which is concerning. I remember looking at some of the maps of was it the wet bulb temperatures in the United States South, like the Deep South in particular. And I can't help but wonder if they're going to be hitting those temperatures a lot more. You know, oops. Only reptilians will survive that. Yeah, it really seems that way. In fact, that's how wet bulb temperatures work. That's the temperature at which humans can no longer survive outdoors. If you're outside for like longer than a couple of hours. But there are a couple of things, or like one thing that I haven't gotten to yet. See, I need to concentrate on this race, and then I'll probably be able to get to it. Whoa, that was laggy. Okay. This is not Mario Kart music. This is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. It's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky. This is the Temporal Tower music. We heard a lot of the music that's in this game, we heard when I was playing through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Because I just ripped the music. Well, not ripped it from that game, but I downloaded it and then mixed it into this game. Because I love Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Okay. Now that there's a break in the action, I can get to the other two things. Okay. Israel is not a real country. Many people have said this, including myself. But that's besides the point. They do have a government that is very much based on the sort of Western liberal democratic structure. Bicameral legislature, prime minister, courts, all that stuff. Complete with a militarized police force, which is great. I'm joking, I hate it a lot. But what I hate even more is what their government is doing right now, which is, from Al Jazeera here, I have a headline that reads, Israeli parliament passes divisive law weakening the Supreme Court. So, you know it's bad when you've got me defending the court system in any real way, shape, or form, because I hate the court system. They are cringe. Very cringe indeed. Holy... Am I stuck? No, I'm not stuck. Okay. For a second, I thought it was stuck. So the Knesset, that's the lower house in Israel, recently passed a bill, very controversial bill at that, that made it so that I think the Supreme Court couldn't, like, well, it was something ridiculous. Even for, like, a restriction on the courts. I doubt if I'm gonna get an opportunity to look at it anytime soon. Maybe when the race is finished. Oh, he doesn't know the route. I'm holding on to this banana for dear life. Okay, yeah, you're smart to do that. Ooh! And he was even smarter to do that. Alright, give me that item. How block? Don't mind if I do. I'm not gonna get an item here. I don't think I would need one. I understand these are famous last words. However, should be fine, kind of. Okay. Whew. What did they do? What was it? The Israeli parliament has voted to pass a bill that would overhaul the country's judiciary and limit its powers despite mass protests from the opposition. Where was it? Oh yeah, the law prevents the Supreme Court from striking down government decisions. So it basically, it prevents the Supreme Court from doing the one thing that the Supreme Court is supposed to do, which is be like, government, you can't do that. Which I take issue with that sort of functionality of a Supreme Court. To begin with, because of like the unaccountable nature of the courts. But let's be real, this is nothing more or less than like tin pot dictator power grab, certified comedy movie like Borat, the dictator moment from Netanyahu. Let's see, last minute talks to find a compromise, led by the country's president, failed to stop the far-right government, led by Prime Minister Netanyahu, from pushing ahead with the vote. The third and final vote on the bill passed 64-0 after the opposition boycotted it in protest. The Knesset in total has 120 members, so almost half of the parliament straight up did not vote on this bill. They protested it. And I saw a video earlier of people protesting outside of the Knesset. You know? And the Israeli cops were there beating up the protesters, as is the case for what cops usually do, I guess. So this is really bad for democracy in Israel. If I'm being real, there are bigger things in Israel, I think, than this to worry about in a certain way of looking at things, right? Like, you could argue that, like, it's a bigger issue that, like, the nature of Israel as an apartheid state and the oppression of the Palestinians, whatever. But any way you slice it, this is still really bad. I'm fucking evil, dude. Y'all saw what I did to that guy? That's no. Okay, comeuppance. That's what we call that. Give me item. No, I missed. Most issues of Israel seem to have the same origin. Yeah, and I think this one does too, believe it or not. You know, I was analyzing a little while back, there was another news story about, like, well, Israel's slide into tin pot dictatorship, and it seemed to always revolve around the issue of Palestinians in society. See, Israel used to actually have some sort of left representation, right? Like, there used to actually be left parties in Israel the way there are in other like liberal democracies and things like that. There used to be a social democratic, socialist party. But see, what ended up happening is those parties sort of caved and folded to the, like, the more right-wing elements of the government, as politics in Israel began to center ever more around just oppressing Palestinians and driving them out of the country, which is really not good. But yeah, ultimately, the circumstances under which this kind of institutional capture by Israeli fascists happened is because of their obsession with hating Palestinians. Ultimately, it's hard to ascribe it to anything other than that at this level. You know? Because a lot of, suppressing an ethnic group by nature is a very, very authoritarian thing for any country to be doing or even to consider doing. And as a result, people in Israel have been so blinded by the fact that they think the Palestinians are literally the devil, that they've allowed their government to get away with a lot of shit. And now, for once, it's not so funny because the government might be doing some not so great stuff to Israeli citizens. Oh, he's just gonna take the L, it looks like. Wonder if there's much else on this issue. I saw CNN, but I don't like CNN. Once I hypothetically get rid of all Palestinians, I'm sure everyone will live in complete harmony and utter bliss. Oh yeah, sure, of course, naturally, of course. It's always just like all fascism is basically the same, you know. Once the Palestinians are not the group on the chopping block, it's going to be queer people next. I know that Israelis, very frequently Israeli apologists, some of whom I know personally, will try to use as a selling point for Palestinian genocide that Palestine does not respect the rights of queer people. Well, unfortunately for them, Palestine respects queer people more than Israel does by function of their government not existing, so they don't have any institutional framework with which to oppress queer people. Meanwhile, in Israel, gay marriage is illegal, and I think civil unions are on thin ice in Israel as well. And they get, gay couples get deprioritized relative to straight couples on certain issues. It's really not good, and knocks Israel down a peg if you were to compare it to other Western democracies where gay marriage is legal and pretty widely accepted, at least to the point of people aren't openly yelling the F slur in the streets. And of course the right-wing government in Israel has been no stranger to homophobia. I believe that there were actually some Israeli protesters or something that came under fire from the cops. There was some controversy in Israel where the government began to crack down on queer people and queer rights groups and things like that, which kind of revealed that the government is not the queer safe space that it tries to represent itself as. So yeah. And ultimately, this is one example of why fascism in power is way, way uglier than fascism out of power. Even if the existing government is lends itself to fascism, right? The government is kind of sussy. I didn't expect this. Alright, I guess I'll save this for the shortcut on the next lap. Because when a fascist group is in power, they can do shit like this. They can neuter any of the political institutions that stand in the way of their political objectives. They can, like, well, oppress ethnic minorities. They can do all sorts of nasty shit. You know? But when they're out of power, all they can do is kind of vaguely gesture with populist rhetoric at, like, the cultural elite and the Marxists who are keeping down the working people, the Volk, and whatever. You know, they're kind of toothless when they don't have the institutional power that Netanyahu does right now. Also, I'm getting blown out this race. Let me beat one person, please. Okay. I mean, Israel participates in the Eurovision, and they're pretty vocal about being queer-friendly. They even hosted the competition just a few years ago. All Palestinian flags were strictly prohibited, naturally. But their participation in the contest has been controversial for a long time. Same as Russia before the invasion of Ukraine. Yeah, and yeah, it's pretty unsurprising that, like, the main bulk of the controversy around Israel centers around the treatment of Palestinians, but they are not as pro-queer as they like market themselves to be. Let me see if there's anything on. Yeah, look, here we go. Recognition of same-sex unions in Israel. Same-sex marriage is not legal in Israel. I apologize once again. There is absolutely no problem with a pop culture event being you're into politics. It means, you know, if you know something, you know something. That's what's important. Yeah, here we go. Same-sex marriage is not legal in Israel. The government has registered same-sex marriages performed abroad for some purposes since 2006. However, marriages performed in Israel are only available from one of the 15 religious marriage courts recognized by the state, none of which permit same-sex marriage under their respective auspices. And if you want your same-sex marriage to be recognized in Israel, you have to marry outside of Israel. This is the thing here. Oh, in July 2022, the Central District Court ruled that marriages performed under an online civil marriage service established in Utah are legal in Israel, negating the need to travel outside the country. That's a very weird, like, effective legalization of gay marriage, but I mean, sure, I guess. You know? Whatever floats people's boat. What? How do you do that? I'm just trying to hold on to these 3 mushrooms. Yeah, y'all go ahead. It's no problem. What is this? This track is insane. Oh, dude, you can get up there? I need to try that next lap. Okay. No, I didn't get an item. Ah! No, dude. Okay, well, at least that slope is there. It gives me some speed back. Hello. Dude, this track is sick. Some of the acts they sent to the Eurovision competition over the years were the biggest, most blatant, redacted F slur on the show has ever seen. Oh, well, that's nice, actually. I will partially retract my critique of Israel being actually pretty homophobic if they're sending the biggest gay lords in the world to the Eurovision contest. You are partially forgiven. Ah, what is this? This track is so weird. I'm holding this out for dear life, dude. This red shell is my homie. It is my lifeline. The first trans winner was an Israeli woman. Oh, that's cool. No, I didn't mean to let go of that. God dang it. Sorry, E-Cacti. It's not gonna hit him, I think. Oh, I know what I'm saving this mushroom for. Unless somebody gets the shock. But no, I don't think that's possible, because this is a 5-player room. Alright, let's get it. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm doing here, I think. Ah. Sorry, dude. No, why'd you do that? Okay. Well, joke's on you, I guess. No! Okay, well. I couldn't get on the top thing there, but... Give me an item. Yes. Perfect. Always like those big bouncy mushrooms. The big bouncy mushrooms are a lot of fun. Particularly when they're like, oh, let's make an insane shortcut out of these. You know, that'd be fun. That'd be funny, I think. Am I gonna win the track that I've never played in my life before? I guess I am. Okay, cool. Epic. Plus 36. You'll have to see it. Alright. GG easy. Yeah. Definitely easy. I 100% did not get led astray at any point in the race. Any mention to the contrary is fake news. I won't have any of it. The mainstream media wants to slander me by saying I'm not good at Mario Kart Wii. It's not true. It's not true at all. Yeah. Okay, so that was Amanita Abyss. Oh no, he's back. He's not for very long. Not this time, anyways. Wait, does he? No, these tracks have all been in the thing. I don't know, dude. Lava Road. Oh, cool. Another track I haven't played yet. Dude, we're just getting all sorts of good luck today. So one of the last thing is like the funny news. We got the good news, we got the bad news. Now we got the funny news, which is of course related to Twitter. A little while ago, I did a video back when I was still playing Pokemon Fire Red Rocket Edition. Did a video about the Twitter rate limit exceeded and how Elon was not paying his bills to maintain Twitter, such that people actually ended up getting messages that said they couldn't read any more tweets. They were limited to a certain number of tweets interactable per day or whatever. Again, because Elon hadn't paid his bills. Also, Epic Snipe. But this time we've got. Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. I do, in fact, mean what Elon has now changed to be X. So the more time goes on, the more I see why people might take a look at this from afar and kind of assume, isn't Elon doing this on purpose? Like, was he hired as a saboteur? Because this is the optimally bad line of decision-making that you could take when running a social media site like Twitter, right? Twitter was never really popular because of its, like, functionality as a strictly social platform. It's always been home to some very antisocial attitudes, has enabled some antisocial behavior, but it has been good for things like breaking news, disaster journalism, and political content. Twitter is disproportionately politically influential, and it has been iconic for the imagery associated with it that doesn't really appear elsewhere. You know, the little blue bird. Everybody looks at that bird and they know, oh, Twitter, that's what that is, right? And and everybody hears the word tweet and they think Twitter. Everybody knows the term retweet, right? Very iconic branding stuff. And don't forget porn. Oh yeah, and of course, until Elon banned it, it was the #1 website for adult artists and porn artists to congregate and make a living, which I actually think is very cool, very based, actually. But in recent days, in recent hours even, that's how recent this change was, Elon Musk announced that he'd be changing the name of Twitter, stripping what little recognition it like had left to its name, and would just be replacing it with the letter X, effectively. So now, Twitter is no more, tweets are no more, retweets are no more, likes are no more, followers are no more. Elon Musk really took everything iconic about what made Twitter and decided we're going to change the name of this to something that sounds not only generic, but also like incomprehensible. You know, like it, all for the sake of probably making some dumb CEO of sex joke or like X video joke. Like, you know, because now, even though I need to know how much he paid for this x.com domain, the funny thing is, when the change was announced, he hadn't bought the domain yet. The domain was still up for sale when he announced that the domain x.com would link to Twitter, because when he announced that and you clicked on x.com, it was a broken link. It would not take you anywhere. It would take you to an empty, like, GoDaddy domain or whatever. And I saw people tweeting, bro, whoever's got a lot of money has the opportunity to do the funniest thing possible, which would be to buy that domain before Elon got his hands on it. Which, unfortunately, the opportunity has since passed to do that because Elon has bought that domain, and now I think it does redirect to Twitter. However, still very funny and very indicative of the incompetence we're dealing with here. You know? And in fact, prominent accounts that I follow have been saying that, like, they've been losing engagement and losing followers ever since this change was announced and, like, happened. Because people are jumping ship. This has spawned another, like, Mastodon migration. A lot of people are moving over to Mastodon now. People have started talking about Blue Sky again. I am, like, I'm fucking turning into, what's his name from the Eric Andre show, where he's just like, let me in! Let me in! You know, that's me right now, because I need a Blue Sky invite code, and I don't have one. It's really, like, Twitter is now more than ever a sinking ship, and, you know, I don't want to say this too much because it might cheapen the weight that it has, but like the more I see these decisions get made and these like insane new things get announced, the more I'm convinced that like, oh yeah, Twitter's days are numbered ultimately. You know, like it's only a matter of time until enough people get access to Blue Sky, or until like, I don't know, until some suitable alternative rises to replace it, because Twitter is not a good platform anymore, even for what it was good at in the first place. Yeah, there's an ongoing war between all the aspiring Twitter clones. You know? Threads being one of the biggest one, although I'm hesitant to sign up for that because it's basically just Facebook again. And I think I also saw that like Threads was banning it had been banning like political content, which is unfortunate because that's usually what I use Twitter for, is to get news and stuff like really quickly. Ah, god damn it. I haven't been paying attention to the game very much. I'm just kind of, like, there's not a whole lot for me to, say other than, like, I think Twitter is done, and it's a matter of time. it's just a matter of now, like, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, you know? It's like we've seen all these changes and whatnot. I'm just now waiting for the like painful death of that website to finally hit. And I think I'm gonna get dead last year, unfortunately. Oh no, there's one other person. Okay. You know? And of course, this necessitates mentioning, because we're talking about Elon Musk again. This is what wealth does. This is what wealth does to people. Elon Musk genuinely thinks that he's smart by doing this. There was an interview that he did where he was like, oh, you know, he was asked, like, what do you want from Twitter? Why are you rebranding to X? What's your goal here? Pretty open-ended, pretty softball question designed to make him look good, more or less. And he still managed to fuck it up. Because he's, like, said that he envisioned X being an everything app, comprising, like, more than half of the world's financial system, or something ridiculous. And I was like, he actually believes this. He is so dumb. He's been surrounded by yes men for so long. He's had such a cushy upbringing. He's had such a lack of obstacles and adversity in his life that he can say something so outlandish like that, so unsubstantiated, so unintelligent, and believe it. Elon Musk, what a genius entrepreneur. I love watching motivational billionaire autocratic TikToks about his genius mind. Yeah, and it's kind of wild the degree to which there exists, like, social structures to legitimize that behavior. You know, ultimately what it's going to take for there to be a similar social media platform, I really think that it will eventually end up being Blue Sky when that thing goes public, because it's just going to be Twitter without any of the shitty Elon Musk changes that were made to Twitter. It's just going to be Twitter from, like, the before times and stuff. You know, which means it's going to be good for everything that Twitter was good for, but it's not going to have any of the, like, stupid changes that Elon Musk added. And to boot, while obviously it's going to be run by corporate monsters, it's going to be run by more than one person, and these people presumably will have a brain in their head that is capable of functioning and deciding what is good or bad for the optics and longevity of their platform. But you leftists don't understand, if you work hard, you might become the next Elon Musk. It's funny. Yeah. Such is the talking point often levied. And of course, it must be said that in the most broad, charitable, and wide possible definition, it is technically possible for hard work to net you a certain station in life like that. But what necessitates, what is necessary for that to happen are an alignment of material circumstances where your life isn't shit. You know, you have to be born in the right zip code, or a zip code suitable for like that kind of future eventually. And you have to be smart, you know? And that, of course, like, that's just the circumstances under which somebody who is smart could maybe work their way to the top. What is way more often is that you just get some random fail son or fail daughter from, like, a wealthy family being like the favorite child, and like they get a lot of inherited wealth, and you know, they get a small loan of $1 million and things like that. Please take the shortcut. Thank you. Why would you settle for financial comfort if you can work your ass off? Sacrifice years of your life for a shot at becoming great, one of the few. It's all about the stature. It is. It really is. It's a weird sort of craving of the hierarchy. It's like people want to just occupy a higher spot in the existing hierarchy, because it's like it's a lack of imagination problem, you know? And of course, to some degree, like, wealthy people are as trapped in this as poor people are. But I don't think the two positions are comparable even remotely because of the material comfort enjoyed by people who have such wealth and stature. You know, their life is so easy that they have to make up things that make their life more difficult in order to, like, say that they worked hard or had a difficult life or faced adversity. And such are the material circumstances, the sociological, socioeconomic circumstances, that produced Elon Musk and others like him, who think they're all that in a bag of chips, and that produced the downfall of one of the most politically relevant social media applications and platforms yet seen in the internet age. And I can only hope that something will come about to replace it in all the useful functions that it performed. That's the segment. It's a lack of self-confidence as well. They don't want to be above the rest. They want the rest to be beneath them. Yeah, there is absolutely an element of that inherent to this sort of power struggle as well. That it's like you want to subjugate. It's not just you want to be better. You want others to be worse. Because, you know, obviously self-improvement is a real thing. But that's, like, not what's driving these people here. Ow. Ow. I'm getting fucked up. Dude, this guy's on the standard bike? What a G. Okay, what's going on here? Whoo, that's awful. That's the pit of Tartarus. Bye bye. Have fun not having an item. Got him. I'm fucking evil, dude. Now, of course, hopefully I can remain in this mindset. I absolutely will not begrudge any of those people if they decided to do the same to me, because it would be funny. And that's why I did it in the first place. I did it for the Vine, Your Honor. Whoa, what's going on here? It's kind of a wild, like, pair of ramps there. Now, second place is a perfectly fine position to be in. I'm just going to stay behind this Donkey Kong. That's fine. I've gotten my chuckles for this race. You know, it's sort of been all funny and stuff. You can have first if you want. Oh, what is this? That's cool. Oh no. Got him. Oh no, we both got owned. Peter. What were both of us thinking, dude? Whoo! Okay, third. Minus 13 for third. Ouch. Okay, whatever. Race was very funny, and therefore, it has value. To me. One of the funniest things that I can do in this game is, like, surprise unavoidable bomb. Funny. Was that... Did we just play Lumpy's Lively Lair? I don't know what we just played. I'm gonna vote it again, because I'm assuming it was, like, not that. Here, hold on. I saw the funniest satirical I hope clip yesterday of some alpha male explaining how he was only eating predator meat and not prey meat like goat, cow, because you are what you eat, I guess. That is so funny. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you whether it was satirical or not. Like, legit, I would not know. I don't know if that's even the fastest route, but I did it anyway. No, I forgot how to do that part. Dude was eating spiders? Okay, then maybe it wasn't satirical, in which case I genuinely fear for that guy's health and safety, potentially. And I also think he probably belongs in a mental hospital, or like a psych ward somewhere. Because this guy is not okay. God dang it, Ian. Ah! Alright. Mr. Funny Guy over here. Holy crap, Lois. Here, give me this. Yay, I got the mushrooms again. Ow! Christ. Give me that. Give me this. Thank you. Are you even a real man if you eat anything but bear meat? True, you're not. You're really not. Like, what are you doing? You're not eating literally bear meat all the time. If you're not killing the bear with your bare hands, honestly, kind of a skill issue. Kind of a not a real man moment. Gonna be totally honest with you, you know? Please somebody get that? I can't do that? Okay. Get me through this section. Might be a genius or I might be an idiot. I think I'm a genius? Maybe. Yay. I got winning music. That's what's important. Why women aren't attracted to you, bro? Just stop eating chicken like a dumbass? Yeah, true. I need to stop eating unseasoned chicken, start eating unseasoned bear. That way I will be the true man's man, woman's man. Man's man? Oh yeah, a lot of the alpha types are really gay, by the way. Cause, like, I can't believe I have to, like, mansplain, womansplain, like, whatever the fuck kind of condescension this is. Women aren't into that. Okay, so that was what just... Like, what... I don't know, like, what kind of help you need, but you need some kind of help. If you think that women are into the alpha male pickup artist type of guys, like, please stop it. Get some help. And honestly, if there's a woman out there that is attracted to that sort of thing, you do you, great, that's awesome for you, enjoy that. However, I will treat that as a red flag. Or maybe like a yellow or orange flag. It's definitely not a good sign, I will say, if somebody's into that sort of like self-serious ultra masculinity. They're obsessed with, like, masculinity, brotherhood and shit. Yeah, like brotherhood and shit like that. Yeah, I was, God, this harkens back to another banger of a segment that I did when I was talking about, like, the Proud Boys, and those, like, far-right, patriotism groups in the US, where a lot of the uber masculine, performance behavior that they engage in is designed to appeal to other men, not to women, you know? So, like, I almost can't, really... It's almost not even really that much of an impugn impugning statement to say that it doesn't appeal to women, because they kind of know that already. They're mostly doing the whole, like, eat bear meat all the time for the approval of other men. You know? Which there is obviously nothing wrong with. But, like, come on, just get a grinder already. Like, just go on Grindr, fuck some other guys, it'll be great, I promise. And you won't have to keep pretending, you know. Ow. Cultish come and join us stuff. Yeah, there is a cultish element to it too. You know, with those kinds of groups. I'm sorry, Daisy, but you were really coming up behind me with that thing. Trying to slag him. Nice. #1 victory royale. I actually almost ran into one of those green shells, which would have been hilarious. And also tragic in the Greek tragedy sense. Had it all, flubbed it at the last minute. Would have been a skill issue, if I do say so myself. However, I do have the skills, so there's no skill issue right now. Yeah. Yeah, people who do that performative masculinity shit are pretty gay, gotta say. And it is 100% acceptable to be that gay and to be that performatively gay. That's great. As long as you're not, like, Mr. Self-Serious homophobe about it. Which a lot of these guys are. So in that case, pretty weird, not gonna lie. Vanished Keep. I forget, I'm gonna be honest, it's been a long time since I played this game. I forget what some of the custom tracks look like, especially the newer ones. You know? Anything more recent than 2016, 2017, I have a hard time. Okay. Oh god, am I gonna remember how to do this beginning part? Or do I have to just say fuck it and, like, not? You know what? I'll do it for the content. I will attempt it for the content! I did it! Holy shit! I can't believe I remembered how to do that. I was so prepared to just fall into the lava like a dumbass. There are people doing that? Oh, okay. Somebody did some crazy shit. Oh, he's got mushrooms, that's why. That was smooth. Yeah, definitely way better than whatever the fuck that was. And way better than when I played this track the first time. Because I remember, like, literally my first race on this track, I saw a bunch of people doing that shortcut at the beginning of the game. And I couldn't figure out, like, how that actually worked. Because I tried it, and I did what I thought was the correct alignment, and it just didn't work. No, he took my item box. A lame. Oh. Ouch. I'm gonna get big in time, I think. I'm in a back spot. Yeah. Oh, they're doing the thing. Okay, he did it too. I did it wrong! I did it wrong! I didn't do it big. I did it small, in fact. Ploof. Yeah, ploof indeed. What? I did that right, and then I didn't do it right. This track is a fucking weird roller coaster ride, dude. I'm about to get blown out. I'm losing to that Carter guy. Granted, mad respect to this dude for hanging in there with a cart, because, like, everybody uses bikes in Mario Kart Wii. However, yeah, we're both getting kind of blown out. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we're getting cooked. Give me my mushroom. Alright. Okay. This kind of helps. Oh, barely made it that time. Alright. Alright, I did it correctly that time. I think it's faster to not take that, Aphelios? No, I think it spells, what's the Greek name, though? I think that's how you spell Alexios in Greek. If it's not, I'll have to revisit that yeah. You mean like the Greek characters in my name? Give me this boost panel. Yay. Who knows about the okay, quite a few people know about that over there. Ooch. Yeah. That spells Alexios. That thing that is used in like the Half-Life, that's an L. And as weird as it is to have two things that look like an E, the second thing is a capital Sigma, which is or not capital Sigma, it's capital something, which is pronounced X. There is a letter in Greek that looks like an X, but that's actually Chi, which is pronounced Ch. So this spells Alexios, and then, you know, at the end that's a funky looking S, which is like halfway between a C and an S in Latin alphabet. Give me Bowser's T station. Bowser's transgender station. I don't know. Bowser's HRT station. My Greek is rusty dusty. I can't read or speak Greek at all. I recognize the letters, but that's about it. My mom can read Greek, and that's the extent of, like, that's where my knowledge ends. Alright, baby. This track is great. I don't know if I've ever had, like, a bad experience on this track, even when I've gotten blown out. Now, it's possible that I'm, like, blocking out those memories and stuff. But I genuinely cannot remember, like, a unfun race that I had here. What is going on? We love a selective memory. We do love a selective memory. It's called rose-tinted lenses. That's what it is. Nostalgia. No. Somebody's gonna get one of those mushrooms. Bad at games is in front of me. Damn, dude. Love the balloon mode in Mario Kart DS. Bro, that was awesome, that mode. I remember I used to, man, I would play Mario Kart DS in elementary school. I remember one of my friends had, like, DS download play was a thing. And back then, you actually didn't need, like, the way DS download play worked, right? Is you actually didn't need to have the game to play multiplayer on that game. All that needed to happen was like one person had to have the game. Then you could do local wireless play. And we did like battle mode. And like we would all the people that didn't have the game would be Shy Guy. And we would just play battle mode on Mario Kart DS like the whole day. Cause and this was during the summer. My parents still like obviously had work and stuff. And instead of summer camp, the public school that I went to when I was a kid actually had this program called All Day Extended Day, which was basically they took the after school program and they extended it through the summer. They were like, okay, so you know how people leave their kids at school for a little while after the day is done because they're busy, they have work, they can't come pick them up immediately. What if we did that as a service during the summer as well? And so, you know, I would just go there and I would be hanging out with my school friends during the summer and we'd play Mario Kart. There's no time limit, so me and my sister would just kill every bot and chill driving around the big cube labyrinth map. Oh, that map was a ton of fun. It was like, at least at first, like the first half of the game was a blast on that map. The second half of the game, sometimes I'd be like, what, where did everybody go? But yeah, the block fort place was great. I remember also there was one map that I think came from the GameCube days. It was Pipe Plaza? Something like that? It was a map where it was like this open bottom layer and then there was this sort of metallic grate that you could go up on and then there were these pipes on the bottom on the top. You go into one of them, it would shoot you out the other pipe. Yeah, that map was great. That map was always a lot of fun for me as well. Then there was this horrendous cake. I hated that one. The cake map was always very hard for me to get control of myself on. There was, one of the other maps that I really liked was the Nintendo DS map. It was just a giant Nintendo DS and you drove around on it. So hard to get items. Oh yeah, because I think that the only items on the map were like... There was one right above the like top of the cherry tart or whatever it was in the center. And then there was like a circle of rotating boxes a little bit lower around that. So you had to go off this ramp to get them. And it was a real pain to do that very frequently. And my friends and I actually discovered kind of a way to cheat that, which was like you'd wait for somebody to die and get eliminated. Spooky Mansion where you fall off the edge into the void. Yeah, that mansion was like I liked it for similar reasons to the DS map. But like in the cake map where it was really hard to get items, one person would like whenever somebody died and was like eliminated from the game, what we would do is just that one person, or like whoever was eliminated, would just drive around. And they would spawn item boxes, because it was kind of cool. In the DS Mario Kart, you could actually, when you were eliminated from the game, you could just press the item button to like create an item box around you and hold it there. And like people could drive through. They wouldn't be able to see you, but they could see the item boxes. You'd be able to hit those item boxes. Also, I'm big chilling in first place with this this lead right now. Although I get the distinct feeling that people are going to start catching up, especially at this part. There's so much off-road. I would hide behind those whipped cream meringue spots on the edges. Try to put up a big wall of bananas. That's cool. That's always a fun trolling activity. We all do a little bit of trolling, don't we? Dude, I'm kind of cooking this race. Holy shit. In before, like, blue shell, red shell, 1 million more billion other items, somebody comes zooming past with a mushroom. Well, in the past, I haven't trolled since 2012. That's a shame. I do a moderate amount of trolling from time to time. Am I going to win the race? Probably. Yeah. Dude, that's kind of wild. I have like a... How long is that? 7 seconds lead? Pretty crazy. It's funny considering I used to really not be good at that track. Because all the, like... I used to be more active in a period of time where there was, like, a lot more competitive players online. And they would all pick the, like, super sweaty competitive tracks, and this was one of them. And so I had to learn this track. This was before even my streaming days. And already I'm starting to remember why I've stopped streaming this game, because holy shit. While I'm having a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, this is, like, nary a negative experience to be had here. Like, even with the races where I'm getting blown out, it's mostly positive experiences. I am getting tired from this. Holy shit. Always been very middle of the road, no pun intended, when it comes to Mario Kart. I was especially bad on Wii. Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear there's, like... Because there's such a skill, like... skill ceiling on Mario Kart Wii. You know, there's how there was there's Super Smash Bros. Melee. There's certain games in series where it seems like a myriad of accidental circumstances combined to just make, like, a game that can be incredibly difficult to hold your own against other people who play habitually. This is one game like that, where a lot of other Mario Kart games are much more casually viable. It feels like the way this game is constructed, it's not as good of a casual game as other games in this series, like Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8, 8 Deluxe, which, speaking of, I might also want to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at some point because there's new tracks in that game. Although, an unfortunate thing that might prevent me from playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is that my Switch controllers are kind of dead. Like, my not dead, but they're experiencing Joy-Con drift. Like, I can't have the controller be neutral. It starts drifting up into a certain direction. That's no bueno. Yeah. And it's like, it's both my Pro controllers and my Joy-Cons are experiencing this as well. So I just need, like... I need to send them in, I think, to get them fixed. I think there's some, like, service provided by Nintendo where you can get that stuff fixed. But I'm not entirely sure. I want to get rid of those bananas. How did I avoid those? What a question. Sorry, senor. I'll go wide here, sure. Ow. Ouch. What? You hit the thing? Imagine hitting one of these things. Honestly, I think the only reason I won that race is because I didn't hit any of the ice Boyo's iceberg lettuce. L button on my 3DS doesn't work anymore. For most games, it's manageable, but not for Smash Bros. Henceforth, I've stopped playing it. Yeah, that really sucks, especially because like on the 3DS, the L button is the grab button, right? Otherwise, you would literally always have to shield grab, which is not a good idea. Smash on 3DS was really fun. And I mostly say that because there was the, what was it? Smash Run. Fine. I'll vote Lost Fortress. I don't know what to do here. Dragonite's Island, okay. I don't know about you, but like whenever I played Smash Run, I would actually quit out whenever I heard the like ominous Kid Icarus music for that like that floating wispy skull thing that like you can't kill. I love Smash Bros. I haven't been able to play since that incident. Desperately try to convince my friends who own a Switch to buy the game. Oh, that sucks, dude. I'm really sorry to hear that. If it's any consolation, there isn't a whole lot that you're missing on Switch because the connection isn't that great. Damn it. I messed that up. To go wide here. Why not? I hit him, dude. This is kind of a laggy connection on my part. I don't know how I avoided that Gyarados coming up my butt. Ooch. What's up, QWERTY? Truly one of the worst things they ever did. Yeah. Ow. I'll just use a star here. Isn't this a shortcut? Oh! I had to try it. Dude, okay. This is probably half the reason that I, like, end up getting sabotaged on the Mario Kart Wii, like, grind. Because I'm so content-brained, I just want to try some funny shit. Is this I can't do that, can I? I don't think I can. No, the lightning. Oh, hey, it's Bowsette. Please don't hit me, bullet. Nice. Oh, dude, that Donkey Kong guy got a bullet though. Nice. I'm going to play it safe with my mushrooms this time. Not gonna do that shit, because now I know it's not possible. Now I have a mushroom in fourth. Not bad. Ow. Oh, dude, we both got hit by it? That's pretty funny. Ah! This freaking Gyarados! Okay, cool. Whatever. Certified Dragonite's Island race. Certified freak, 7 days a week. I lost 100 points. That's fine. Goofy. Yeah, this is welcome to my Goofy Mario Kart Wii track. If only all the races could be that entertaining in this game. Hmm. Where are some of the new tracks? Have I already? Okay, well, I'm just gonna vote Sandstone Cliffs. Because it has sand in the name. And I am the opposite of prequel Anakin. I actually really like sand and like desert-themed levels, desert-themed tracks, and things like that. What? Six King? Ah! How has this track not been removed from the pack yet? Okay. Get ready, guys. This was already sweaty because I'm literally sweating. It's hot in my room. But also, I'm about to have to play like a sweaty gamer to get through this track without getting blown out 9 million times. Dude, everybody's flying. Moist gameplay incoming. Yeah, can I get the Moist Mogul sponsorship for this shit? Fuck, I... Follow the leader! Ah! Who knows that video? Has anybody seen that video? Oh my god, that was funny. Okay, for those of you who don't know, this is an old school TWD98 reference. You don't think you know the reference. Perfect, so I can explain this and it'll be warranted. So there's a really old video on Troy's channel. When I say old, I mean like 12 years. Called Follow the Leader. And it's a clip of him and some of his friends playing this track. Back in the day, you couldn't play custom tracks online except for in like private rooms and things like that. It used to be a really, really cumbersome ordeal to get these things working. They were playing Six King Labyrinth, and this was back in the day when people really, like, if you played custom tracks, there was only a 50-50 shot that you knew anything about the track you were playing. And Troy, momentarily forgets how to drive Six King Labyrinth, and he takes a wrong turn. He takes a wrong turn in the inside of the castle, and like half the people in the room follow him, and and like they all hit a wall and like turn around super slowly, and so he made a video out of it called Follow the Leader, and that like messed up their race, I think. And I cannot believe the same thing happened to me. Not with half the room, granted. It was only like 2 or 3 people. But it was still very funny, I think. Mushroom. That was a very weird, sequence. Joke's on you, idiots waiting at the item box. The grind does not wait for anybody. Shit. Don't squish. I can't believe I got away with that. Donkey Kong. Ah, damn it. he saw it coming. He saw it coming. Oh no, he kind of got owned. I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm gonna be honest. That boulder's gonna speed up, right? I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, okay. I don't think anybody took the super huge, massive, gigantic shortcut. If you see those things on the corners, on the top left and top right corner of the... what happened to my green shell? On the top left and top right corners of the map, you'll see these 2 little, like, bits of road there. Those are actually things you can drive on, and they are shortcuts that you can take if you get a mushroom. It's kind of broken, because you only need 1 mushroom to take the shortcut. Aw, dude, that sucks. He got a blooper. You know what? I will take 4th. I'll take it, because that track is, well, it's something. Probably got time for, like, what, 1 more race? I'll call it 1 more race. Or 2 more? It depends on how long the track is. That map was insane. Yeah, that's... the design of this map is what even made that video possible, is because it's so insane you look at it and you have no idea where to go. The only reason I know where to go on this map is because I've played this game so much that it's been burned into my brain, you know, from in-game trauma. Yeah. And ultimately, I think that game did, in fact, cause me to sweat through the back of my shirt. So, I promised sweaty gaming, and I delivered. Thank you. I would like my Moist Moguls sponsorship now. Thank you for your service. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Feels good to be appreciated after sacrificing all I've sacrificed for this country or something. I don't know. I legit don't know how those kinds of people talk that much anymore. I don't know if that's good or bad. Like, on one hand, obviously it's good, because it means I am not in those kinds of insane circles. But then on the other hand, it's could be bad, because it means that, like, I don't know, some sort of lack of human interaction? I don't know. There's a lot of that going around, though, so I'm prepared to say that it's a good thing. The social bubble effect? Yeah. Excuse me, Donkey Kong. Whoa. Okay. Ow. I think I live still? Yeah. Barely, but I live. Oh wow, I still hit that? That's kind of surprising. I'm kind of surprised I'm getting all the item boxes that I'm getting. I would not have expected this. No. Okay, well, I lost a bit of time, that's fine. That at least gives me some degree of protection from blue shells. Or not. Or, you know, not. That's also a possibility. Many people have said this. Alright, we're good, we're good. We're not good. Alright. Never mind, we're good again. Give me that box, thank you. Ooh, I like it. No, I forgot how to do that shortcut. I'm dumb. I did it for the content, in my defense. Like, I have no idea how to interact with children because I didn't really interact with any for 15 plus years. Honestly, fair. Alright. Come on, give me something. Ah, ninth. Well, whatever. I think I got time for one more. That was a pretty rough race. Gonna be real. All right, let's get ready for it. Hit me, hit me, just hit me. Ah, that's fine. Alright, last race. Last race incoming. Please make it sense on cliffs. Please. Please. Yeah. I think I actually, you know, in retrospect, I think doing this for one stream was good for me. I got some good segment material out of the stuff I was saying this live stream. Ultimately, I don't think I will do this next stream. I think I might do something else, something a little bit more calmer. But yeah. As we say in French, the content has a powerful back from carrying you and taking the blame for your mistakes. Il a bon dos. Of course, and I like that. I like that. It, you know, if you make a mistake, you can just say I did it for the content, and then there you go. Everybody understands. Okay, it took quite a while for it to pick a track there. Alright, baby. Choco Island? I don't know. Choco Island 2, that's what this one is. I didn't get an item box. I am in third with no item. I'm in trouble. Okay, he's ow. Oh, dude, these are way better now. I remember this. They actually changed the ramps to be cool. Sorry, I had to. Ah! Oh. Dude, I'm kind of getting rolled this race. That was a bad place to use a mushroom, but I just needed to get rid of it. Give me an item box. No, dude. Oh! Okay. Barely didn't get hit by that, bullet bill. Yes, give me an item box. Streamers are really nothing, more of, contemporary jesters. I think I agree with that. Yeah. Wait, that was it? Wow, that was a whole race. Okay, well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I agree. I'm, you know what? I'm content to bear the label of contemporary jester. I like that. You know? I'm not a professional comic in any sense of the word, but I'm glad to be, professionally funny and or make a fool of myself on camera. So yeah, actually, I guess you're right. I guess it would be, you know, like I'm a jester because I'm okay with like doing it for the content. Anyways, whoa, what a stream indeed. I'm gonna open up Twitch to see who all is live to raid. Looks like Cody Schwab is not live. However, Lumiru is. It's a great title. Yeah, it is a great title. In fact, I like the way it sounds. So let's /raid Lumiru. Always got some banger feminist, political, liberal, socialist, libtard, etc. content. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday, where I'll probably not be playing this game. I might be back to Pokemon. So, bye-bye.